Welcome back, everybody, to episode 6 of our Miami Marlins franchise series. We're going to kick things off here with a little bit of a trade. Magneuris Sierra will be dealt to the Houston Astros. As you can see, Magneuris Sierra, 23 years old, B potential. Seems like a good prospect, but he's very good at only bunting and speed. Not much of a player at the dish. I don't see him fulfilling an everyday role, and he's taken a lot of roster spots from players that we do see taking a potential everyday role in the future. Monty Harrison, Cameron Meisner, Connor Scott, Victor Mesa. They need at-bats at the minor league level to develop and get that overall up as fast as possible and make an impact at the major league level. In return, we get Colin Barber, an 18-year-old outfielder. Already seems like a more established hitter at the dish than Sierra, and he's 18 years old. He's going to report to Class A. He's not going to take up any at-bats from the prospects we just mentioned. He's going to have time to grow, and we'll see if we can use him as a trade chip going forward, or because he has a higher ceiling than Sierra, he might actually be an everyday player on the Miami Marlins. Well, we kicked things off last episode on May 15th against the Colorado Rockies. We did a little bit of simming now. We had a 6-game homestand versus NL West opponents, the Rockies and the Padres. We went 4-2. That's a very successful homestand, and then we went on the road to face off against the Washington Nationals, split that series at Nationals Park, and then we went to Wrigley Field to continue our road trip and split the first 2 games of the 3-game series, and that's where we're going to be in this episode, Wrigley Field, as we are set for a rubber match between the 32-24 Miami Marlins and the 31-25 Chicago Cubs. Yu Darvish, making his 12th start of the season, has struggled through his first 11, but he starts off his 12th start strong, getting the first 2 Miami Marlin batters swinging. We go to the bottom half of the first inning now. Pablo Lopez making his 12th start as well. 4.28 ERA, 1.46 whip. Not great by any means. Definitely wants to put those numbers down. He has a strong first inning. 1-2-3 go the Cubbies, capped off with a backwards K on Chris Bryant. We go to the top half of the second now with a runner on base. Jorge Alfaro grounds into the inning-ending double play, and then we go to the bottom half of the second, and Pablo Lopez gets a 1-2-3 inning. As you see, the ground ball to Brian Anderson caps off the bottom half of the second. We go to the top of the third now. Yu Darvish settling in quite nicely, gets Jarrell Munoz swinging there on that slider. Bottom of the third, Cubbies trying to get some offense here. Runner already on first base. Jason Kipnis singles to left center. It's runners at first and second here with nobody out. And then Javier Baez, 2 batters later, pokes one into right field. Bases are loaded as they hold the runner at third with 1 out in the inning. But the next batter, David Bodie, Pablo Lopez in the clutch, gets the ground ball he needs as they turn the inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. David Bodie definitely had an opportunity there to drive in a couple of runs. We go to the top of the 4th inning now. Harold Ramirez lead things off here, hits one deep into right center. The wind kind of carries it over the head of Hayward here. Ramirez coasts in the third base with a lead-off triple as Miami trying to get that first run of the ball game. Cooper, the next batter, swings through that slider, and then Jesus Aguilar swings through that curveball. Now with 2 outs, the Miami Marlins need a 2-out knock, and that's exactly what they get. Almost took the head of Yu Darvish with it, but Brian Anderson lines one up the middle for an RBI single. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, and Pablo Lopez gets Chris Bryant for the 2nd time in this game, this time swinging. But then we go to the top half of the 5th, more offense from the Marlins. Jarrell Munoz slaps one down the right field line. It would rail up against the wall. Munoz coasts in the second base here with a lead-off double, and then Yu Darvish gets into some control problems here. Back-to-back walks. The bases are now loaded with 1 out for Harold Ramirez, and he pokes one into right field. 1 run comes in. It's 2-0 Miami. The bases remain loaded with 1 out. The next batter, Cooper, strikes out here swinging on the slider. The Cubbies trying to get out of this inning, only surrendering the 1 run, but Jesus Aguilar has other ideas. Lines one deep down the left field line. It's off the foul pole and gone. Aguilar's 14th breaks this game open to 6-0. We go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Pablo Lopez continues to dominate the Cubs hitters, gets Hap there looking, but then with a runner on and 1 out, Jason Kipnis hits one the other way to left. It's going to get in that left field corner there. 2nd and 3rd with 1 out as the Cubbies trying to break into this 6-0 deficit. The next batter, Victor Caratini. It's not what you really want here in this situation, but he's able to manufacture a run to cut into this deficit 6-1. But the next batter, Javier Baez, grounds one out to short. Jonathan Villar makes the play. It remains 6-1 through 5. We go to the top half of the 6th now. Ryan Tepera comes into the game for Yu Darvish for the top half of the 6th inning, and the first batter he faces, Jorge Alfaro, Flares one out to right field just in front of Jason Hayward as he can't make the shoelace catch there. It's a leadoff single, and then Jaro Munoz, next batter, tries to make a bit up the middle. Javier Baez makes a great effort there to knock that one down. Can't quite turn the double play as Munoz beats it up, but great effort nonetheless. And then the next batter, look at Ryan Tepera here. Seems to give up on this play. The first baseman, Bodie, can't win the foot race. It's an infield single, and then 2 batters later with the bases loaded, Ramirez able to walk in a run here, 7-1 Miami. To break this game open any further, Cooper can't do so as he strikes out for the 3rd time this game. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning now. Pablo Lopez, his outing gets capped off here with a ground out to second base. A great outing for Pablo Lopez there. Jeremy Jeffress comes in, and he promptly strikes out the side in order. See you later. Jeremy Jeffress walking off the mound with some swagger. Paco Rodriguez would come in the bottom of the 7th for the Miami Marlins, and he has a couple strikeouts to serve up of his own. Gets Ian Happ here swinging, and then gets Jason Kipnis swinging through this breaking ball. It's a 1-2-3 bottom half of the 7th. We go to the top half of the 8th now. Matt Joyce down 0-2 and takes this ball deep to left center. It is an Oppo Taco home run for Matt Joyce. His 3rd dinger of the season makes it 8-1 Miami. Jeffress, not much swagger now. Jose Urena comes in for the bottom half of the 8th inning, and Ian Miller, the first batter he faces, slaps one down the 3rd base line. Miller's getting greedy, looking for 2. Martin comes up throwing here. A very accurate and strong throw from the left fielder. Applies the tag, and then we go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. The Cubs look for a rally here with 2 outs remaining in the ballgame. Schwarber singles up the middle, but then the next batter, Ian Happ, grounds into the inning ending around the horn. 5-4-3 double play. The Miami Marlins take the rubber match of this 3-game series, win this game of a score of 8-1. Jose Urena comes in clutch for the last 2 innings. The Miami Marlins only got 8 hits recorded this game. The walks killed the Chicago Cubs pitching staff on this day. We look forward now. Caleb Smith, look at this guy's stats here. 5.90 ERA, 1.64 whip. That's not good enough. As you can see, his Ks per 9, walks per 9 of 4. He hasn't been that good of a pitcher for us. Jose Urena, on the other hand, 1.19 whip, 3.72 ERA, has a much better walks per 9, much better home runs per 9. We're going to give Jose Urena a start in replace of Caleb Smith. We're going to give Caleb Smith some long relief duties to try to figure out his game, and meanwhile, Jose Urena playing very well with that 1.19 whip. Probably deserves a spot start anyways. And we move on to this calendar here as we sim the next 2 games against the San Diego Padres. We drop the first 2 games in this 3-game series, 4-2 and 6-0. That 6-0 loss really the reason why Caleb Smith was moved to the bullpen, just showed he didn't have it. And then we leave things off for episode 6 here on May 31st. We're not quite through May just yet. We need to have one more meeting, and this one's with the San Diego Padres on the road at Petco Park. That will be featured in episode 7. Looking forward to the month of June, we have a lot of things going on. The draft, a couple interleague matchups, a couple nice stadiums that we could visit in San Fran and Philadelphia. Please let me know in the comment section down below which games you want to see in June. There's not a lot of bad matchups in June, so I'm always down to take the viewers' preferences. Let me know in the comment section down below. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also the bell to notify you when I do upload that next episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for episode 7 next time.